This is Empowered Magazine Investigates. I'm your host, Anelia Sutton. Let's begin.
Tracie Hunter, a former judge in the Hamilton County Juvenile Court system, was convicted of unlawful interest in a public contract for helping her brother keep his job as a juvenile corrections officer. Convicted of a fourth-degree felony, resulting in the loss of her job and law license. Sentenced to 6 months in jail, which was delayed through various appeals for over 6 years. Judge Patrick Dinklacker announces Tracie's sentence. 6 months in the Hamilton County Justice Center with 1 day credit for time served.
Those postcards, I don't think some of them were very Christian, but that's the way it goes. I will say to them though, if the attempt was to intimidate me in any way, that has flat out failed, okay? I will never, ever, ever bow to that type of pressure, veiled threats, vicious comments, lies about me or anything else. I've been a judge for 28 years, and for the first time that I do something because somebody has threatened me or pressured me to do something.
Judge Patrick addresses attempts to influence his decision, stating that he will not bow to pressure, veiled threats, or intimidation. Tracie's supporters are outraged by the sentencing. Tracie is initially intercepted by court officers and then physically taken away when she seems to resist. Shouts of "no justice" are heard from the gallery as she is dragged out of the courtroom. Tracie begins serving the 6-month sentence at the Hamilton County Justice Center. Released early after serving just under 3 months, based on her participation in a court-authorized work detail. Over the years, Tracie has made numerous attempts to overturn her conviction and regain her law license, arguing that her trial was politically motivated and that she did not receive a fair hearing. Most recently, in November 2023, the Ohio Supreme Court indefinitely suspended Tracie from practicing law, citing ongoing professional misconduct. Despite her efforts to have her law license reinstated, the court ruled against her, stating that her actions had serious implications for the integrity of the legal profession. The case of Tracie has sparked significant controversy and debate surrounding issues of race, political influence, and judicial accountability. As the first Black judge of one of Ohio's largest juvenile courts, Tracie has claimed that her prosecution was driven by racial bias and political vendetta. Her supporters argue that her conviction was not only unjust, but also indicative of a broader pattern of discrimination within the legal system, particularly against people who challenge the status quo. Tracie's conviction has raised questions about the integrity of the judicial process and the role of special prosecutors in politically charged cases. Critics have pointed out that the use of special prosecutors can sometimes lead to a lack of accountability and transparency, especially when the motivations behind the prosecution are called into question. In Tracie's case, the special prosecutors were accused of pursuing charges that many believe were designed to undermine her authority and reputation as a judge. In response to her conviction and subsequent suspension, Tracie has vowed to continue fighting for justice, not only for herself but for others who may face similar injustices within the legal system. She has called for greater scrutiny of the practices and policies that govern judicial conduct, emphasizing the need for reforms that address the underlying issues of bias and discrimination. The case of Tracie Hunter serves as a complex and multifaceted example of the challenges faced by people within the justice system. Her conviction and subsequent suspension highlight the need for ongoing dialogue and reform to address issues of bias, accountability, and transparency in the legal profession. As Tracie continues her journey, her story will undoubtedly inspire others to advocate for justice and challenge the systemic inequalities that persist within the judicial system. As Tracie continues her fight to regain her law license, the broader implications of her case will likely resonate throughout the legal community and beyond. The discussions surrounding her conviction and the subsequent suspension raise important questions about the intersection of race, politics, and justice in America. Advocates for reform will undoubtedly use Tracie's story as a catalyst for change, pushing for a more equitable and just legal system that holds all people accountable, regardless of their position or background. We will continue to monitor this story and provide updates as more information becomes available.
Dear viewers and subscribers, you know as well as we do that the American justice system is damaged beyond repair and rotten to the core with corrupt cops, corrupt private attorneys, corrupt public defenders, corrupt prosecutors, corrupt judges, corrupt politicians who lie to get into office and lie to stay in office. And let's not forget about the countless government officials who are corrupt and serve no one but their own interests. All of these groups of officials have one thing in common, which is that they fail to serve and protect the very people they are supposed to serve and protect, because the entire system is corrupt from the top. That begins with the Department of Justice. That's why Anelia has dedicated herself to restoring justice by publishing daily content on social media. She is a passionate advocate for social justice and legal empowerment, who began her journey into legal research as a legal abuse survivor. Anelia is doing the work to get rid of an unfair and unjust system, but she can't do it alone. She needs your support now. You can support this important work by simply hitting the follow button. Remember, the people you choose to follow on social media is who you amplify. So follow Anelia Sutton on this platform and across all social media platforms to amplify her mission for justice reform. Next, you can support Anelia by giving a contribution for her justice reform initiatives on aneliasutton.com/now. Your contribution, as little as $8, is critical to restore accountability, transparency, and justice for all back into the justice system. All right, let's get the engagement going here. Do all of the button things, so hit the like button, share this video, and comment #AneliaSutton. Stay tuned for more updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Check the video description box for all of Anelia's social media links and more helpful links mentioned in this video. Remember, knowledge is power. Unity is power, so stand together with Anelia for justice. United we stand, united we win. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all of your support.
I believe that legal education and personal finance are two sides of the same coin, because corrupt officials target people who don't know their rights and are struggling financially. But with the right financial tool, you can protect yourself by building your personal credit, and that's where the Self card comes in. It's not just a secure credit card, but a powerful shield of protection and a symbol of empowerment. Don't let financial struggles allow corrupt officials to put a target on your back. Take control of your personal finances now. Build credit, build dreams. Get the Self card today on aneliasutton.com/self. You can also find the link in the video description box. This video is sponsored by Mission Possible University, a school I founded with courses dedicated to equal access to justice and closing the wealth gap. Join more than 4,000 students and over 20,000 alumni in the pursuit of brave ideas on missionpossibleuniversity.com. Please remember to hit the like, share, subscribe, and the bell notification.